up, guys? Flippin' Steve here. Just another day in the hobby, in sports cards, in the 302. It's actually Tuesday afternoon. Don't even have a plan for this video. Not 100% sure what I'm going to talk about, because if I make a plan, it'll change. Again, I'm just doing this on the fly, and whatever happens throughout my day within the hobby is what I put on video. I do have a birthday party to go to. I have to do some Valentine's shopping because I'm cooking dinner at home. And I also have off center tonight with Neo and Dustin. I got to go and carry them for a couple hours tonight. Also have eBay listings that I got to watch and I'm wanting to buy, and some veriswap stuff going on. And I'm dabbling on PWCC a little bit. Expecting multiple packages in the mail today. I have to go to the post office and pick one of those up that I missed yesterday. 2 packages from FedEx as well that I have to sign for. Scared I'm going to miss those. Don't want them left in the hands of FedEx too long. And then I also have some stuff coming in my mailbox from eBay. Cold and windy out today, so I got to get back inside. But that was a complete false alarm. Went to the mailbox. eBay said I had a package delivered. It's just a small, like, $8 card. But I got there and the mailbox was empty. This stuff has kind of been happening lately. I do eventually get the cards, but the timing between eBay and their tracking system is just off a couple days. People have told me that's to be expected. So I guess it doesn't make me as nervous as it used to. So if you guys are having that issue as well, comment below and tell me how it usually works out. I just can't go anywhere without you being nosy and wondering where I'm at. You want a cookie? A cookie? Here I sit, and like I said, how quickly things change. So my FedEx packages have been pushed to Wednesday. The crazy thing is I live in Delaware. They're coming from the eBay vault, which is in Delaware. They have been in Newcastle, Delaware. They've gone to Pennsylvania. Now they're going to Tennessee, as you can see here by the tracking. And now they're going to be here Wednesday. I guess they just move stuff all around, and eventually it gets to where it's supposed to go. At least I hope so in my case. Didn't get the Derrick Henry Firestorm case hit that I picked up for $9. It did say that it was delivered by eBay, but again, like I said a couple minutes ago, it just hasn't arrived yet. Sometimes their timing is off. Bonus is I do have an item now that is coming in today from Instagram, one that I wasn't expected. I wasn't keeping up with the tracking. Put the tracking in today, and it's supposed to arrive. So another good card. Hopefully it comes, and I'll be able to show you guys that in the video. Now we're on my watch list over here on the Biggity Bay. This card right here, this Brady Solar Eclipse, I absolutely want this card so bad. It's awesome looking. I love these Solar Eclipse inserts, and I think they're very underrated. I'm going to do a whole video on underrated inserts. But at $250 raw, I'm not sure. These are very condition sensitive. I saw a PSA 8 sitting at $250 also. If I was confident that this was a 9, I would snatch this up so quickly. Also, if the seller was to drop this to $200, I would snatch it up as equally as fast. Got some Starcade stuff on here. Like, again, more Solar Eclipse stuff. I like these. I got the Patrick Mahomes. Amazing Michael Jackson piece. The seller just lowered the sale. This has been $10,000 forever. I've made an offer very strong. I'm not going to disclose what I've made, but I can't get to terms on this with the seller. It's at $7,000 now, so maybe they're getting a little bit desperate. Maybe I shoot another offer over there. I do got to shout out John Reckoning for this, because he pointed this piece out to me with his awesome Michael Jackson and Diana Ross story. You guys better go check that out before it's gone. The research and everything on it, it's just undeniable. But this thing is awesome, and I would love to add this to my music collection, regardless of everything that's going on around it that I believe. It's just an amazing piece. I remember when this song was written and on MTV all the time. We Are the World. Then we also have a Patrick Mahomes Silver. I think this is the best value on the market right now for his rookies. If you can get it around $850. Low pop on this and a PSA 9. This is not a purchase by me. This is just sitting on my watch list at $9.95 to see if the seller actually shoots an offer out to the people who are watching. That's another way to do things. Put things on your watch list, even if you're not interested in buying at that price, because a lot of times sellers will shoot out offers. And this is an actual example of this right here. And then we got a Sam Howell card on here. I don't even know how in the hell that got on here. Sitting here browsing the eBay, looking at my watch list, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of stuff off the watch list. I either won it or I lost it. It's time to beef the watch list back up. Did get a notification from veriswap, though, that someone is interested in one of my cards. we'll go over there. I have some trade offers coming in. But the one thing that I'm finding out about veriswap is that it's hard to make a deal on there. Some people value their cards way above comps. So I understand people want to value their cards. They're biased towards their own cards. But a lot of times a deal's not going to go down unless things are fair. I put my stuff over there pretty reasonable, and I'm getting a lot of offers because I'm reasonable. But when I look at what other people are asking for their cards in return, it's just crazy. It's almost impossible to get a deal, especially when you can't deal in person and actually talk and say, hey man, this is really what this card, I value it at, and this is why. You can't express things like that within text. You can, but it doesn't come across the way that it would in person. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by killing a relationship before it even gets started by insulting someone's prices or someone's inventory. Also kind of compare it to that one dude in your fantasy football league that just keeps offering you like 3 or 4 like bench players for your number 1 draft pick. If you guys play fantasy football, you know what I'm talking about. There's that guy in your league that wants to give you this person's backup and the guy who just came off the bench and the handcuff and their 5th round pick for like Christian McCaffrey. I have been able to make 3 deals on veriswap, so we'll head over there now to see if I can get lucky, but I really don't have a whole lot of high hopes for this one. Before I head over to veriswap, let me talk trade strategies with you guys, at least the way that I approach some trades, and it's always going to be depending on the card that I'm getting rid of. A lot of times you go into a trade and people talk about wanting to trade up. Okay, I want to take multiple $300-$400 cards and get into a bigger $1,000, $1,200 card. And then I have one big nice card that I can then set the comp for because it's going to be rare, and I can find the right person that's going to buy it at a high dollar amount. Sometimes it's more difficult to move those cards, but it is less work once you find the buyer. The other way is to trade your bigger cards down. You don't want to chop a $1,000 card into like 10 $100 cards unless you are on a platform like Whatnot or something and you need cheap auctions and high liquidity. But if you want to chop down into cards between that $200 to $500 range, which right now is kind of the sweet spot for people because of budgets and money, people are looking to buy cards, but they're not buying super high end right now. They're buying like mid-end $300-$400 cards that they're more confident in, that are nice. You can trade down that way. That's kind of a pretty good approach, especially if you can buy a card, risky card, like I've been buying, like Kyler Murray stuff. You'll see where I've bought a Kyler Murray card for under $500 and I'm getting $1,000 in trade offer for it. Now, what would make sense for me is to take that $1,000 trade offer, however, to take that trade offer in high liquidity. So you're hoping to get $200 to $300 cards in stuff that's easy to move. Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Brady, Mahomes, Burrow, you know, the names that everybody knows and everybody likes and that everybody chases. If you can get out of a Kyler Murray into multiple cards of those, it's almost as good as getting cash. However, it doesn't always make sense to trade out of one of those cards into a high liquidity card if that card's of the same value. Say, for instance, you have a rare $500 card that you feel confident in the market and has a lot of upside to it, and you can trade it for something of the same value that's very liquid. Basically, you're going to get back out of the liquid card, which you put into the harder to move card, but you're losing all of your upside. You're going to get a card that's maybe stagnant in the market or not as popular. It might be liquid. That doesn't mean that it's going up in value, right? Your stuff that's really going up and down right now, your high volatility cards, are of players that are still playing and in the news and generating hype. Yes, they have the most risk, but they also have the most upside. So if you would take one of those cards and turn it into somebody who's not on television, who's not playing anymore, like a Kobe, like a Jordan, those cards are going to be easier to move, but you're not going to see potential increases in value of those cards. By all means, if you lose confidence in a card and you want to get it into something that you feel is as good as money, you can't get the cash for it, but you can get it into a card that'll then get you cash, again, high liquidity, then yes, sometimes that's a smart move to make. Speaking of high volatility and the ever-changing day, 3 packages just arrived. Celebrate good times, come on. The Instagram one that I was expecting, another one that I have no idea what it is, and probably the Derrick Henry that I was expecting, then not expecting, and now maybe that's it again. First card is the case hit Firestorm insert of Derrick Henry. Just an awesome looking insert at a $9 price tag. To me, it just screams value and potential at low risk. Second card is this mythical case hit of Josh Allen, Black Pandora. Get it in the light so you can see that pattern on there. And the Black Pandoras are numbered out of 25. Pick this card up for $100, so we're looking for raw to graded potential here. If this grades out at a 9 or better, I could probably get 150 to 175 for a 9. and maybe 350 or so for a 10. The Justin Fields Cosmic Prism and a PSA 10. These are tough pulls and low pops, sitting at 6 in PSA on this one. Great looking card, little risky, but it's fun. The Fields was a $450 pickup off Instagram. It may have been $400. I just always like to round up to give myself some cushion. Going to put that on veriswap. It may be somewhere $700, $800. See if I can get any bites on that and just use that as trade up value. The Fields Cosmic has already posted to Instagram, and today is Tuesday. This video probably won't be uploaded till Friday. So again, like I say, follow me over on Instagram, flipping_Steve, and you'll see a lot of the cards that I'm buying before you get to see them here on YouTube. I have 7 trades waiting for a response. So my veriswap is blowing up today. Here are some of the ones we need to look at. Someone's interested in the Jordan insert, the Jordan into Luka, the Kyler downtown. Now the Kyler downtown, this is my most recent. So the Kyler downtown I bought for $807. I put on here for $1,500 in value. That's a little high, but I do believe in the potential of that card. This is one thing that I talked about when I was talking about veriswap and different trade strategies. This Brady here, Bowman, and a BGS, a PSA 8.5. It is the old label. This is a high liquidity card. This is easy to sell. He's got it valued at $775. It's probably actually closer to a $650 to $700 card. To be fair, though, it is highly liquid. It would be easy for me to trade the Kyler Murray for this and sell this. But I'm already into the Kyler Murray for more than I'll be able to get out of this. And I believe the Kyler Murray has more upside. I don't believe I can really lose on that unless something crazy happens. So a card like this Tom Brady, it's safe, but it's not going to really see any boost. There's nothing around this card that's going to generate any type of spark or something to make this shoot up in value all of a sudden. Plus these mid-high grades like the 8s and 8.5s, even the 9s are easy to come by. Not a trade that I'm looking to do. If I was into this Kyler Murray for $800 and I wasn't confident in the card, yes, I would take that Tom Brady because I know it would be almost as good as taking cash. But in this situation, not a deal that I'm really interested in. Headed to a birthday party, and the post office going to pick up the last package of the day. I'll show you guys that.
No dogs at the party. Anyway, you must protect this house.
Finished up the day. Live streaming Off Center with Dustin and Neo. Go back and check it out if you missed it on Tuesday. This video isn't out till Friday. In fact, you'll have seen another video of mine on Wednesday if you're watching. Going to show you the last pickup that came in the mail of the day, the Kyler Murray. Out of 25, select tie-dye rookie card, BGS 10 Pristine. That wraps up the video, guys. See you in the future.